right, see that? See that shot?
Your hair is kind of.
That joint was.
My hair is
She laughed at her own joke.
19 inches long, and I have no perm.
You don't. Oops. Oh, that's not a perm.
No, it is not. Nice lady.
That's natural.
Come run one of your gnarled fingers
Yeah.
while you on air,
Come
so
on.
they can hear you live.
Come on. Let me come over here.
No. That's not how that works.
Oh, okay. Well, then stay over there.
Don't worry, ain't nobody putting their hands through yours.
That's right. They don't have to. I don't want them to. Get on out of here. You okay? You okay?
Only one of our hands moving while we talk.
You know, I wanted to give you a little more context. I did a clip of this where Katt Williams destroys Wanda on this radio show, but I wanted to give you a little more context, give you the lead up to that. What happened before that moment? You know, a lot of people in the comments were asking, so let's take a look.
Tell me, what does it take to make a great special, sir? Because nobody makes them like you.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. That only speaks to quantity. I do have more comedy specials than any comedian breathing or dead, so I understand the question.
That's a serious stat right there.
That's only 7 more than Richard Pryor, 6 more than Chris Rock,
Are you serious?
5 more than Dave Chappelle, even though he put out 4. And the next
Are you serious, Katt? You've put out that many?
Those are just facts, sir.
How many is that total?
9.
So you've done 9
Yeah.
filmed comedy stand-up specials.
Without ever getting financed or having a deal with anybody.
You did them by yourself?
I think Dave Chappelle put out a couple more right after this interview.
Yes, I own them 100%. I have the top 2 comedy specials on Showtime, HBO, Comedy Central, and we just moved to Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why they don't.
I didn't know that.
Nobody does. They don't promote it or sell the items after they come out because I own them, lock, stock, and barrel, and I don't have any Caucasian partners or people that invest. I'm 50. I've never had a bank loan or a car lease in my life.
Are you serious?
That's correct.
So has, you know, we always hear like these comedians coming to say, oh, they got the big Netflix deal. Has like Netflix or anybody ever hit Katt Williams and said?
I'm on my 15th consecutive 100 city tour. On the exact day that Monique was asking for a Netflix boycott, Netflix had just cut me a check for $2 million for the special that I got paid $300,000 to do in Jacksonville.
Let's go.
Alrighty then.
Are you serious?
Or I'm really good at jokes, you tell me.
No, I think you serious, bro.
There's Wanda. This is Wanda's first appearance in this clip that pretty much ended this radio show based on the events that happened afterwards. I'm sure you all are familiar.
And
Are you serious?
Or I'm really good at jokes, you tell me.
No, I think you serious, bro. I just say, are you serious? Because that's interesting news that people
Thanks
need
to
to know.
Atlanta, Pimp Chronicles has already grossed over $24 million alone as one special.
Wow.
Because of Atlanta. Like there are parts of the population that feel like I'm from Atlanta and I'm from Ohio and have never said anything differently.
all right.
Well, we thought you were
What's
from Atlanta.
your thoughts on Netflix? I mean, they're giving deals. Like we just heard, Tiffany Haddish just got a deal as well, and I mean, they're opening up things to comics, and you know, for them to open up a door like that. What are your honest thoughts about Netflix?
Well, everybody has to understand that Netflix doesn't have an opinion on stand-up comedy. They base what they pay you by the amount of ticket sales for your last tour. So Monique's last tour had 316,000 tickets. Therefore, that's what she got offered. My last tour had $2.4 million tickets, and so that's what the offer was.
That's interesting. I wonder if that still stands right now to this day as the criteria. But I remember at this time, like, this information wasn't released to the public. Katt was out here, like, spitting something. And it was at the exact same time Monique was going through her public struggle with Netflix, which has since been resolved, too.
Wow.
So,
A nice piece of change.
if people understand that it's not personal,
Personal, right?
then they could just,
I didn't know that.
for free, take their to work and get their numbers up.
Dude, the
But
last time you
Netflix don't call nobody. That's the joke. The joke is Netflix ain't giving me. First of all, Netflix ain't call you. Knock it off. Is Coca-Cola knocking on people's door to see what type of beverage they having today?
So they go by those ticket sales. That's dope.
What else could they go by?
Yeah.
And
I thought it was like popularity.
What comedian don't think everybody can't wait for their next special? Who don't think they got something to say? The fact of the matter is, what makes a great comedy special is if 100 people talk at the same time that you talking, are you saying something different than them people are saying?
No.
Because if you are, then
That's a bar right there. Talking that talk. And see, this is the other part of the interview that gets left out sometimes, you know, the technical talk, the business talk, the business mind that is Katt Williams. I don't think he gets enough credit for that.
you deserve a special. And if you don't, you're going to find
For all these specials debt-free. He's financing them himself. Do the math. This is how you can be in entertainment and have people come to you with their hands out, as opposed to the opposite way around.
out you're not special. Because they're going to let you do your special, Gerard Carmichael, but nobody's going to watch it.
Oh!
They're going to let you be a star, Lil Rel, but you ugly. And white people don't believe in ugly stars. They think you have to be somebody that women want to sleep with and men want to be. But because we black, they say, oh, you don't even deserve that. So you get Kevin Hart, Lil Rel, Gerard Carmichael, all in a row, Hannibal Buress, just dudes that no woman would talk to in Lenox
Ain't that
Mall,
something?
let alone you making them movie stars. Why? Because you know ain't nobody gonna sleep with them. You only got Tiffany Haddish. She been doing comedy since she was 16. You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke. Why? Wow. Because she ain't done a tour yet. She ain't done a special. She has not proven the ability to tell jokes back to back for an hour to nobody. And they already ready to down Monique and up somebody who has showed them Girls Trip. Did you think she wrote Girls Trip goofball?
Right.
Or do you think that was already a script and they handed it to her? It's up to you, whatever you want to believe. I'm the introduction to Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah, and it's interesting because he kind of predicts here, you know, how soon they could get rid of Tiffany Haddish as well. You know, like in the past few months, we've seen what happened with her and Aries Spears in that video that resurfaced, and how quickly she could be just fired from everything, you know. I think she's kind of righting the ship right now. She's starting to get more work, and some of those films are coming back on that she was a part of, but it's slow going. And I think about what happened to Kanye West, how you could be stripped of being a billionaire. You could be a billionaire one day, and in 2 days you can lose it all. You know, and that's what happens when you're not independent, when you're not able to finance your own comedy specials like a Katt Williams is. That's the difference, you know. And so, yeah, that's interesting.
I'm the introduction to Tiffany Haddish in the movie School Dance. The clip for School Dance has been seen more times than the movie has. That's just a fact.
But the movie the Girls Trip movie.
Yes, ma'am. The one with with three of our greatest black actresses in it. You mean that one?
Right. But I'm just saying, Tiffany Haddish.
Ma'am, you could have had that role, and everything that happened would have happened unless you thought you were necessary to write the Saturday Night Live monologue. I'm a writer. I only care about what you write. I don't care about what you read. Everybody can read that can read.
Well, as far as acting goes, you know, there's a lot of reading. I don't take any respect from the actors, Katt, but you know, as a writer, it is a respected position, and it's a very powerful position, more powerful than it's ever been in Hollywood. The showrunner on TV is more powerful than the director, the producers in some cases. Sometimes they are producers. So Katt is right on with the writing being an important part, but not everybody's nice at acting.
What did you think about the movie, though? I laughed from beginning to end. I
thought it was a great script when I saw it in 2004.
Right.
Wow.
In 2004. Wow.
Been floating. Scripts stay in development for years.
Wow.
Yeah, I have it.
I'm so happy for her though, because
that's what it do.
That
that's
baby,
what it do.
I tear up thinking about the break that she got. And to see her do her
Understand,
thing.
she passed 46 female
Woo.
black comedians that I know personally that I put on tour who have a hard time getting a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A after they headline 7 shows at a club for $2,500 a week.
But people like real, and that's why
Is
they
that
like
what
her.
they like?
They love
Oh,
realness.
because everybody's real then. So don't trip.
No, they like
Wherever
Tiffany
you
Haddish
at under the sound
because
of my
she's
voice,
real.
do you have a real co-worker?
Right.
Do you have a ratchet friend? Do you have a sister? Do you have a cousin? Do you have a nephew? Do you have a niece? Is they so ghetto?
You hear Red getting started.
When did that become marketable? Knock it off. They like her because she want to sleep with a white man. That's why the only thing she said was, I want to give it to Brad Pitt. The only thing before that in the movie with me is I slept with this white man and I got a white baby. She had a white husband for the 14 years she been doing comedy, and then all of a sudden divorced him, then said he abused her, then wrote a book, then said he didn't. And then now we're at Brad Pitt. So, hey, you can say whatever you want. She says she got a disease for JJ. Don't nobody check for that. I support Linnell, Melanie Camacho, Miss Laura. All the people that got skipped over in the list between now and then. It's no shade to nobody.
Yeah, Melanie's take.
Yo, those are some good comedians too. Miss Laura in particular, man. I remember in middle school during Comic View, when she used to be on Comic View, me and this one girl used to just trade Miss Laura lines, you know what I mean? Like, she was the killer on that show, low key. Yeah. And shout out to Melanie and Lunell as well, who are all open for Katt, equally talented. Lunell's getting her shine now, though, for sure.
Taken in too. People really love Melanie. I love the fact that you took her out on tour. Martin Lawrence took her out on tour. Chris Tucker took Melanie out on tour. And when she comes to Atlanta, she does well.
That's not the point. The point
But
is
she's not there.
The point is, we are in the only business where, as a black woman, what you look like is not supposed to be held against you. And time again, they show you that you can be sidetracked by anything light-skinned. So, knock it off.
All right, let's take a quick break. Red Grant again.
Yep, Atlanta Comedy Theater. Make sure y'all are there. This brother will sell out. Please believe it. Atlanta Comedy Theater. Make sure y'all are in the building. If you want tickets, text my name right now, Wanda, to 41411. Get your ticket, shouted.
We'll come right back.
Yeah, so think about that. It seems as if they had a real kind of chill interaction. You know what I mean? Katt was a little confrontational with outside forces. But what wasn't told about this is that Wanda actually defended Kevin Hart after Katt had made some statements in the public, kind of like what he said here. And I think that was on Katt's mind. I'm sure she knows she was going to, have some issue with him because she felt the way she did about what he said. It was Kevin Hart and Katt were going back and forth in radio interviews. And so Wanda defended him. She took the side of Kevin. And Kevin's a good dude, man. But Katt had his criticism, So I think that's where the tension comes from with Wanda and Katt.
Red, you were talking about your daughters trying to be smarter than you?
Yeah, they always trying to be smarter than me.
Okay, so this is Red Grant. Red Grant is the reason that Katt Williams is at this interview. In addition to Melanie Camacho and Lunell, Red Grant also opened for Katt Williams. So he did him a favor. As he's doing a show in Atlanta, he comes and does the radio spot with him to promote it, who is hilarious in his own right. Shout out to DC. This is where things start to go left. This is where, we're talking about what we were talking about, but Wanda and Katt are about to lock horns.
How old is she, though?
She's 9, you know what I mean? And she's looking at Nick Jr.
Also, shout out to Red Grant for having the most hilarious laugh throughout that whole interview. that laugh got more comments than just about anything in the video, because it's pouring gas on the whole roast. It's making the roast hotter because it's a such thing as instigating, but Red does it in such a just enjoying it. His laugh is so distinctive, man, throughout the whole thing. So yeah, it's
She's looking at all these little different things that makes her smart. And she got an iPad. You know, we didn't have an iPad. iPad changed the game. You know what I mean?
It did, really.
Changed the whole game. Now they can get information that they had at any time and tell you ain't nothing. And you dumb.
Like, what does she say?
I mean, you know, well, first of all, she cursed the other day, and it shocked me. She said she was PIS, you know, off.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, you are? And I had to catch myself, like, do I? Because when you curse around your parents when you was young, it was a different level.
Yeah, you got
know?
the slap right away.
Yeah,
It was
get
no
snatched up.
waiting.
Red, that is not a cuss word.
It's not a cuss word.
The white
Right.
household.
Right. I thought he was going to say
You had to
she
be a
said
Negro.
MF or something.
Hey, everybody on the radio spelled that out. And
What? Yeah, what? Red, really?
This came from a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, what?
yeah, she's
I
probably
get
in
it.
private school.
Right. Homeschool.
Her teacher probably said, I thought it was 3 already. Why am I
Really, Red. We thought she said
Okay, so
the
she
S
said she
word
was
or the
pissed off.
MF word.
Look, as you can tell, he's got a ratchet child. Basically raising herself. Cussing like a sailor, 9 years
Oh, my
old.
God.
Pissed off. Can you say pissed off on YouTube? I wonder.
That's a harsh word in my household, man.
Well, damn.
This baby gonna get kicked out of online school for this type of language. You're not allowed to log into this academy anymore, young lady.
Wow.
9 years old. That was hilarious.
Y'all ain't gonna tell me how to raise my child.
You're gonna have a
That's the
17-year-old
worst
daughter.
thing.
His 17-year-old daughter gonna be saying, I got a PP, father.
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 Boy,
right,
you are
Ray.
crazy. Do you use profanity around your kids?
Not around them, but they hear me on stage
I
and
know.
it messes with them.
I'm a cusser.
What about you, Kat?
And if y'all remember, that's the beginning of the end. That's the beginning of the last clip. If you want to see the rest of the clip, go to my other video. And that's the beginning of it right there. If you want to see the rest of the video, go to the other reaction I did to this interview. But yeah, just to give you a little context, let you see where the behind the scenes, the behind the story, the lead up to that epic roast battle, not battle, but roast destroying that Katt Williams put on the Wanda. You know, but you know, what do you think? I think it was cordial, it was cool, but it started getting tense around this time, going back and forth. And I think, like I said, the issue with Wanda siding with Kevin Hart in the Katt Williams versus Kevin Hart clip is the underlying subtext of this whole thing that really set it off. And but it made for epic radio history. But yeah, Katt Williams is a deep dude, man. Katt Williams really, he talks about some deep stuff in a comedic way, which allows you to digest it easier. So shout out to Katt Williams for being a brilliant mind and giving us all this classic material, man. Best of luck to him. And best of luck to all the other comedians too that he named. You know, they're all on their own journey. Everybody's trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately. But if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all uploads. This is Faucette Media.